This is the most stunning event on screen of killer whales single killing just hit in sequence. The great white shark's ribs were instantly shattered. Then he was dragged underwater by the killer whale and killer whales are also known as it has always enjoyed the reputation of being due to its combat effectiveness. It is a sea, therefore it is also effective. Cover slippers in the ocean. They're also incredibly intelligent sea creatures. It is said IQ can reach the level of a human 10-year-old child. This female killer whale is Sophia, the leader of the gold. He is already 60 years old. Most of the killer whales behind all his descendants. At this point, his life has entered the countdown. For future generations to better survive in the ocean, he decided to do it himself. Demonstrate how to hunt the great white shark, which also wandering around aimlessly at this moment. Little do they know that danger is approaching step by step. And this was unexpected. Just a face-to-face, the great white shark takes a beating in the ribs. Sophia circled the great white shark, observe whether the other party still has the strength to. After a long, the great white shark has lost all mobility. Sophia immediately stepped forward and bit the splash into the sea. Great white sharks can suffocate in the water. Then they were divided into groups of killer whales only eat the liver of because this is the most nutritious part. It's incredible. The great white shark, which also so vulnerable in front of killer whales. But Sophia knows, I have very little time left. He has to teach the elite in the future without myself how to collaborate through team survive in this ocean. Sophia with the whale to the seal's habitat decided to use actual combat to seal. He was lying on a relatively large ambush at this time. The arrival of the killer whales alerted the sea, but going into the water is obviously, he believed that the huge ambush can effectively isolate danger. However, the seals clearly underestimated the intelligence. First, the ice swings and Wiki swims under the ice. The ice sheet ruptures instantaneously under the seal that fell into the water panicked. But for the sake of my own life, he's not going to give up. Seals are aggressive sea creatures, unusually sharp teeth. To avoid the risk of injury, killer whales must adopt safe and effective strategy. They only bite the tail of the seal. It is possible to drag it into a king killer whale whips with a tail flag aligned. It also spits out a lot of create opportunities for attacks by other. Finally, seals are still under the trend of survival. Back on the ambush, killer whales poke their heads around the seals. Make their own unique call. Affected by bloodline suppression, the seal looked around frequently, but he stayed in an ambush. There was no other way. Killer whale calls tire seals. It's psychological. Gradually destroy the sense of resistance of the seal. Although this floating soldier but killer whales still can't catch seals. This brings us to the seals lined up 300 meters away, rushing towards the ice at 30 kilometers per hour. The fire came with waves big enough to drown the ice. Under the huge impact of the sea, the seal falls into the water again. The long standoff has exhausted the seals. He used all his strength. Difficult climb up the long fragmented ambush. For killer whales, which can easily capture, it's not so much a hunt. Rather, it's a drill. Killer whales come under the ice. Together they turn the ice over. As the seals fall into the water, his fate is self-evident. Through this actual battle, greatly enhances the teamwork ability of the killer. Sophia believed, even if you are gone in the whales he led, you can also survive very well in this sea area.